to the end of my project. I've got to use a couple of programs to do that. The first one is Photoshop, and the second one is Adobe Rush because I'm working in Rush right now. So you can see the Adobe Rush is up. The last thing that I did was throw in the lower thirds. Now it's going to be time for the Slate, which basically signs my project. I'm going to go to, well, actually I can go to Google Chrome. And you're not going to see it look exactly like this, but there is something called SRL Slate under modules that you can click on. It'll download for you. I know you can see a lot of other stuff on my screen, but down over here, SRL Slate is a module in our class. You'll download that, and then you'll go to Photoshop and you'll open it up. So I actually did save this where I was supposed to, so I'm going to go to File and Open. I'm going to go into my graphics folder for this class and for this project. So, I start in my project folder. I go into graphics and I can see SRL Slates in there, and I'm going to need to do a little bit of changing. So I leave everything else the same except for one thing. I'm going to put my name in here. Actually, I'll put my dog's name in here because my dog is actually sitting over to the side. She's here in the classroom. Fun stuff. Okay, so that's my dog. It's a little bit off center, and so what I do for that is I select this Produce By text over here. See that? And then I click Command and I click the background. So I've got both of those selected at the same time. And then these right here actually will do a cool job of aligning things. I'm going to click on this and it actually centers the Produce by Izzy Tedens with the background, which is locked. So it's centered up perfectly, which is simple. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File and Save As. And because I don't want to save over the basic blank one, I'm just going to put Izzy on here just because. You might be working sometimes with a group and you might have more than one person down here. If that does happen, you actually might need to make the text a little bit smaller. You can do that by going up here and then changing the size. And again, you would click on that background and then you're going to click this and probably do some rearranging. To me that looks like it's a little bit far away, so I'm going to move this up just a little bit. That looks a little bit better, and then you'd save it again. But anyway, I've got this. Now I'm going to go back to Rush. I'm going to take my playhead, move it to the very end, right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find that Izzy thing. So right now I'm in my project. These are the graphics I have in my project, but I need to add another one. So I'm going to add some media. I hit the blue button, click on Media. I'm going to go to my graphics folder when it pops up. Oh, duh. I already did, didn't I? So click on this, Media. I want to go to my graphics folder. See that I have one for Izzy? I'm going to click Add right here. We're importing it, and now this is at the end. So there's my slate. Pretty simple stuff. If you want it to fade out at the end, I believe there's probably a transition here that does that. Dip to black. So it would look like this. Perfect. All right, when you're done, you can share it. And when you share it, you want to share it locally. Give it a new name. So I want to save it into the correct folder. So I'm going to go to my Documents folder, and I want to go down to my Exports. So start a project template, Exports. I'm going to hit Choose, then click Export. It might take a little bit of time, but that's going to end up in my folder. It looks like, yep, that's going to take a minute or two. So I'm going to stop right here, but that was just a really quick thing about how you finish up your project. One thing, always make sure you check your spelling. That's where I see a lot of mistakes. So spelling is important here. Good luck.